Today we are going to see a very famous game played by Nigel Short and Jan Timman, two players. The game happened in 1991. It's a very famous and popular game. It's a classic game. So that you will see when you see the game. Na? So Nigel Short was white. He played e4.
Who won?
That we will see. Knight f6 was chosen by Jan Timman. How will you continue?
Sir, is anybody from India? Sir,
No, Nigel Short is from Russia and Timman is also from Russia. So let's focus. No, Nigel Short is from England actually. Yeah, what do you say?
I just put my knight to b3.
C3. You can sit and tell me. Anyone else? What is the best move for white here? What will you do for white?
I suggest. No.
You decide properly, Vishnu, and then only start speaking.
D4.
Okay, and Pant?
D3.
Pawn to D3.
No.
Then you have to say bishop. Bishop to D3. Abhinav?
Sir, b3.
Pawn to B3.
Lower, c3. Sir, knight.
Which piece? Knight to C3. Yes, Rayansh.
Knight.
You already told no, Aryan. Now, Rayansh, what will you play here?
Sir, I will push the pawn.
Exactly. The best move here is to push the e pawn. You already have a pawn in the center. His knight is sitting there. It's very tempting to push it. So knight has to move. And now what is the next best move for white? Let's see if anybody can find out the best move for
I know.
white. Yes, Vishnu.
Now bishop c4.
Bishop c4 is good, but knight will attack it. Anyone else? Yes, Rayan.
Sir, queen to f3.
Queen f3. Taking out the queen too early is not help. Please sit
Oh,
down, everybody. Ranak, please sit down. Ananya will come, who will be sitting up. She's not well. She's not well. She got hurt in the leg. So please sit down. No.
Sir, I have nosebleeds, sir.
Okay, please have your
Sir,
seat.
ask him, sir.
Everybody, please sit down. We are in the middle of a class, so no talking. Yes,
Bishop
Pan.
to c4.
Okay, so queen f3 by Rayan. That's too early for the queen to come out. That's not the time to bring out a knight will move, a pawn will move. So queen coming out is not ideal. Bishop to c4 is okay. Best move is d4. Controlling the center. Having one more pawn in the center is definitely good for you. Opponent played d6. Timman played d6. You will understand if you listen properly. When you're joining in the middle of a class, first thing you have to do is listen. So you have to calmly listen, then you'll understand. So Jan Timman played d6. Now Nigel Short brought this knight out. We're still in the opening stage of the game. We are looking at a very famous game between Nigel Short and Jan Timman, played in 1991. Now, pawn to g6 was played by Timman to develop the bishop that way. Now, finally, the move that you guys are saying, bishop to c4. Yes, Kashmir. That you will see why is the game famous. Once you see the game, you'll understand why is it famous.
Game must be
No, we'll see that. So bishop to c4. Yes, Aranya, please have your designated seat. She fell down at school, so that no need to knock down pieces. Okay.
Sir, Advik slipped in a juniper lobby.
Okay.
This whole thing was bleeding. This tooth broke.
What broke? Tooth. Okay.
Into tooth Advik.
Okay. Knight to b6, attacking the bishop. Where would you put your bishop? Ranak. You need to focus.
Sir, whose game?
That you will see if you listen.
I just shot it.
Yeah, silence, please. Bishop to b3 is the best place. Yeah, keeping it on the good diagonal. Timman played bishop to g7, developing. Yeah, fianchetto in the bishop. And now Nigel Short played queen to e2. So because there was some kind of takes and takes, so he moved the
and we
queen.
lose our castle.
Yeah, castling rights would go. So now he's defending the pawn with the queen as well. Queen e2, and now knight to c6. So both sides are developing the pieces. Is black about to make any? Is he making any threat right now?
Yes, pawn.
What is the threat, Aryan?
Sir, he'll take with his pawn.
Okay, so that's a threat you're saying. Anyone else? Is black making any threat right now?
Yes.
What is the threat?
The pawn.
To the pawn. Okay. Anybody else who agree with both of them?
Yes.
You agree with that. So one of the main things we have to understand is, first you need to see if it is a threat. We cannot assume it's a threat just by seeing it.
Oh, yeah, the knight.
Now is the time to listen. The time to decide was before. Before you could have thought and then decided properly. You didn't. You made a wrong decision. Which means you are worrying about a threat that's not even there. So how is this a threat? Takes. Where is the threat?
No, I thought you were telling when the knight came.
No. There's no need to. There is again no threat here. If you're seeing this is a threat, then you need to really look properly.
So I think of a replying move, not exactly replying. I didn't tell it's a threat. Move which white didn't tell it's a threat.
You also didn't say it's not a threat. Yeah.
Can play
What is that?
knight to g5.
Knight to g5. How does it help? Then he'll just take the pawn for free.
And we take back.
And
No,
then he'll
we
take
use
back.
a fork. So
Where is the fork?
Sir,
Oh,
I
you're attacking
did
f7. Yeah, knight g5 attacks f7. So he'll castle.
yeah, then we have to capture his pawn. D6.
Which pawn?
That pawn. The D6 pawn. The D6 pawn.
Huh. Why are we taking on? Because he's about to take. Okay, if you move the knight, then he will take after one move. So right now, there is no threat. So just because you see this don't assume that there is a threat. If you assume it's a threat, you will have to defend it. And you're wasting a move on a non-threat. So there is no threat here. The best move for white is not knight g5 black. You just castle your knight is not doing anything there after castling. What is the best move for white in this position? Who can find out?
Castle.
Exactly. Best move for white is just castling. That's what Nigel Short played. And now Jan Timman also castled.
It's a very few.
And if you need to say something, if it's relevant, then you need to speak. Otherwise, please be quiet. It's not, you're repeating what I just told. That's not relevant. So do not disturb the class. You need to be quiet. Okay, so castling was done by Jan Timman. And now Nigel Short played h3. Always a useful move after castling, so that nobody comes and checkmates you on the last time. It also stops bishop from coming here. So h3 is always a very useful move. a5. Is black making any threat? No threat. Okay. Anyone saying there is a threat? No problem.
No.
Yeah. No threat. What if he plays a4?
So there is a threat.
Now there is a threat when I say he plays a4.
Somebody
When-
just played, sir. Sir.
He played the move, so I'm
Sir,
asking, is there
then
a
we
threat?
play-
When he plays a4, yeah, there's a threat. Is a4 itself a threat? If he plays a4, is your bishop gone?
Yes.
Then a4 is a threat, no?
Yes, sir.
Is it gone, Vishnu?
Unless you move it.
Huh?
Unless you move it.
Unless who moves it?
That is the bishop.
Of course you want to move. If you can move the bishop, move the bishop. No. How do you decide if it's a threat?
So the best way to respond is
First
bishop
of
to
all, whether you decide before you respond, first decide if it's a threat, na?
If it is a threat.
So a4 is a threat, your bishop will be gone.
Yes. So
No,
bishop
sir.
A4.
No, sir. No.
Why would it not be gone?
Sir, because you will put the bishop to C4.
Huh, so it's not a real threat. So
But then the
if
knight
one,
is still
so then you will take back.
kicking.
Arya, place it properly. Okay, now please sit in one place properly without moving around. So a4 is not a real threat because bishop can move. If knight takes, bishop queen can take back. So it's still not a real threat, but your bishop will be exchanged off. So if you want to keep your bishop instead of the knight, you can stop a4 and Nigel Short played a4 himself, stopping the pawn from coming forward. And now black took the pawn, white took back, and black played knight d4. What do we have to do here, guys? Abraham? Yeah, you got to take, knight takes because queen's attacked, and queen takes back. Now how to continue for white?
And one.
Yes, Vishnu?
Pawn to c3, kicking of the queen.
Pawn to c3 kicking the queen is a mistake because you're not looking enough. First, understand the position, then decide your move. Arya, place it properly in your place. So who can find out the correct move here for white? There's only one correct move in this position. Yes, Ranak?
Sir, rook to d1.
That's also a mistake. You're not seeing the position properly enough. That's why we're making mistakes. There's only one correct move here for black. You will understand that only if you see the position properly. What is black?
Knight to
White, it's white's turn.
So knight to d.
Knight to d2. That's also a mistake. Let's see who can find out, who can understand the position properly.
For black.
It's white's turn. Black has just taken back. Now, Rayansh Manna.
Sir, rook to e1.
And Aryan?
Sir,
You raised the hand right, then
yes,
why?
sir, rook to e1.
So then don't change your answer after somebody tells something. Exactly, because Rayansh, why do you play rook e1?
Sir, because it's forming a battery and it's defending that pawn.
Does the pawn need defending?
Yes.
Huh,
Because
that's what
there's
it is.
one defender and there are two
What is
attackers
black's threat right now?
to take the pawn.
Yeah, black is threatening to take the pawn. That's what everyone else missed. Only two people understood that black is threatening the pawn. There's a bishop and a queen. So black will just take it.
And then
So you have only one way to defend that pawn, and that's with the rook. Now you're defending it two times. Queen and rook are defending. Right? So, Kashvi, please wash your hands and come. So after rook to e1, Jan Dimon played pawn to e6, stopping the pawn from going forward. And now knight d2, developing his pieces. These two pieces are yet to come out, right? And now knight to d5. What should white do here? Yes, Ananya?
Knight
Hmm.
f3.
Yeah, activating the knight with
No,
a
I was
threat,
gonna tell
with
that.
a threat to the queen. So queen has to move. Queen went to c5. What should we do next? We should always try to guess the next move, find the next move. It doesn't always have to be right, but at least we have to think along with the players. Ananya?
Knight g5.
Knight g5.
I
Activating
know
the
one
knight.
thing, sir.
Yes, Vishnu. One
Rook
second.
d3.
Rook cannot go to d3.
Sorry, rook d1. D1.
Rook d1. Okay. And Rayansh?
Sir, bishop to e3.
Bishop e3. He will take, and you will take. It will be an exchange. You will lose a nice bishop, but he will also lose his nice knight. So that
To
bishop e3 is okay. The move he
And sir,
played.
it's
Yes, Pant.
activating on bishop
Huh.
to
Hmm.
d2.
Yeah, activating the bishop. Yeah. So I would play bishop d2 here in the game. Nigel Short played queen e4, activating his queen more before developing the bishop. And now queen b4 was played by Jan Timman, asking for an exchange of queens, inviting Nigel Short to exchange queens. Because Jan Timman was worried this queen can come here, and if knight also comes, there is checkmate. So the queen went to e4 to go to h4, and then make threats on the castle king. But what?
If that is threatening to happen, can't you just move the pawn forward? Yeah.
Huh? He can defend. It's not like he can't defend the threats, but there will be threats.
But the bishop is still in the same place, so bishop captures, there bishop
Yeah,
captures.
moving the h pawn will just be a free pawn. If the queen is already here, and if you push the pawn to h, I'll just take the pawn. So he'll have to play h5, but that will open up the king. So before that happens, Jan Timman is trying to exchange of the queens. Now let's ask Abhinav, who is not listening, what will you play for white in this position? Will you exchange queens? Will you run away? Will you allow him to exchange? What's your next move for white? You're not listening, you have to be focused, only then you'll be able to understand the moves properly. Rayansh Manna.
Sir, we play bishop takes knight.
Bishop takes knight. Aryan?
So bishop takes knight.
Okay, Ananya?
Pawn c3.
Pawn c3 is a blunder, queen takes bishop.
Bishop takes knight.
Bishop takes. Okay, so here this is actually a pawn sacrifice by Jan Timman, by black. Because white can play bishop takes knight, like some of you told. Right? This is a way to win a pawn. Because if pawn takes back, queen can take back.
But then
But then what?
the
But-
queen can take the rook.
How can queen take the rook? Rook is defended by the knight, so there's no problem here.
Oh.
So this is possible. Nigel Short didn't play that because he wanted to keep the queens and he wanted to attack. So he also wanted to keep the bishop. If this happens, takes, white is white is up a pawn, but black will have more active pieces. White is still not developed. Black will attack the queen will have to run, and black will be able to bring his pieces fast. So, and black has a bishop pair, both the bishops, and this pawn is weak. So, this will be okay for black, even though he will be pawned down. That's why Nigel Short didn't go for that. He didn't take the free pawn over here.
So that's what I was telling. Like, don't take the free pawn, then develop your queen.
Where will you move the queen?
Like for basically knight takes, then pawn takes back.
Bishop takes, pawn takes, and then
So
1 second, let him finish. If you're not taking the pawn, then exchanging this for this, I don't know. Your bishop is good there. So in the game, Nigel Short said no to the exchange. He played bishop c4,
yeah.
stopping the exchange of queens. Now, knight to b6. Let's ask Pant. Is black making any threat, Pant? I'm asking Pant, others have to be quiet. Time to decide, Pant. Is there a threat that black's making? Let me pass it to Kashvi. is black making a threat? Please keep your hands down, everybody. People cannot see. After she answers, I'll ask for this. No, not decided. Anya, Ananya,
No.
no threat. What do you say, Abraham? You were thinking about it. You should be thinking about the answer, no?
Well,
Andrew,
yes.
no, you had your chance, Anya. Andrew, what is the threat, Andrew?
So if the knight
Knight?
can take.
Exactly. There are two pieces attacking this bishop, and there's only a queen defending it. So there is a threat. Black is about to play queen takes bishop or knight take bishop. He'll win a piece. So you have to deal with this threat. First, you have to understand there is a threat. Those who said no are not looking properly. Opponent has just played knight to b6. It's a direct threat on your bishop, and we're thinking queen is defending it. Queen is not enough. There's two attackers. So now what should white do, Vishnu?
Aha.
Yeah.
Pawn to b3.
Yeah, that's what Nigel shot played. And now knight takes bishop happened. Pawn took back. And Timon played rook to e8. And Nigel shot played rook to d1. Activating the rook. Now, opponent Timon played queen to c5.
Haven't activated the bishop.
Yeah, that's a good point. Both sides haven't developed the bishop yet.
No, same.
This bishop can come to a3 for free. Like, whenever he wants, he can bring it out with the threat. Right? That's a good square. Anyway, black, how...
And if there's a king in the way, then it will be a skew or
Yeah,
straight
but
skew.
it's not the case, no? It will be a threat to the queen as well.
When we start playing the game.
Right now, what are we doing, Pant?
Seeing the game.
Then you need to focus on that. When you're doing one thing, if you think of another thing, you are making it hard for yourself only. Try to focus on one thing at a time if you want to learn from this. So there is no need to ask when will we start game, when will we start game. I don't want to hear that again, ever. We'll start games when we start games. It's not your first class. You know when we start games. Right now when you're doing something important, you should be focusing on that. Now, coming back to the position, whose move was it, Pant? Whites or blacks?
Black.
That's why you need to focus properly. You don't even know whose move it is. Black has just played the queen. It is white's turn. So this is why focus is important while playing and otherwise. So let me ask Andrew, what will you play for white here?
Sir, I'm not sure, sir.
You should be ready with your answer. You had time to think. When I was talking to Pant, you should be thinking about what to play. Yes, Ananya?
Queen.
Huh.
H4.
Exactly. Good. Well done. The queen anyway is here to go there. And with support of other pieces, queen can do things on the king side. So queen h4 was played by Nigel Short. Pawn to b6 was chosen by Timon, developing his bishop. And bishop came to e3, attacking. Yeah.
A3 was much better.
Why? A3 is one diagonal. From E3 you're controlling both sides. You can go to either side if required. You're controlling two diagonals. So E3 is a better choice for the bishop. A3 is also fine. So instead of doing one job, it can do two things. No? So that's good for the bishop. The queen went to C6. And now, before we start making threats here, it's always easier to attack if you first remove this defender. This is the only piece defending this king. How do you remove that defender from the board? Yes, Ranak?
So,
Wait, Ranak? No? Ananya? You were raising hand before also.
knight. No. Bishop.
Huh.
H6.
Exactly. Bishop h6. Yeah, fine. Then good for you. No? If you found the move, good. Bishop h6 was played. If bishop takes, queen takes, then it becomes very hard for black to defend. Knight g5 will come and h7 will be
So how
undefendable.
does this silent this time?
Okay, so what should black do here? Arius, what?
Very silent.
Okay, what should black do here?
Who's that?
Black or who?
What?
Anyone. Who has decided? Andrew?
So I think so we should move the king.
Then we will take, king will take and queen will come in anyway. So black played bishop h8,
Queen's gonna join the party.
avoiding the exchange and controlling the square for now. And now rook to d8. So now white's
Isn't
pieces
that
are
a
become.
blunder?
How is it a
No,
blunder?
no.
First see the position, Anya. Before deciding anything, see the position. Rook takes, what will happen, Abraham? If rook takes rook? Who is sitting there? That carpet, can you make it properly? Huh. Yeah, queen is defending it, right? If rook takes, queen takes, it will be checkmate. Right? So
Almost
rook takes is not just an exchange, it will be
Almost
blunder.
checkmate.
Huh?
Almost checkmate. The queen takes the
Checkmate.
No, the
Rook takes, queen takes is checkmate. No, queen will block, but next move is checkmate. How is it a big? Yeah. So black should play bishop b7. That's what he did, defending the rook like that. Even queen is defending it. Now one thing, let's see what white can do. He brings his last piece into the game. All of white's pieces are active and it's defending the rook now. Queen
But
and
then the
rook.
two rooks are undeveloped and the bishop is not that developed.
How is for black?
Yeah.
This rook is okay. It has moved. This rook's
The bishop is also not that
bishop is
developed.
completely good. It's on the longest diagonal on the chessboard. You don't need a bishop
Even
to
that
be.
bishop was.
I'm not saying this bishop is bad. I'm saying this bishop is good. This bishop is also good. This bishop is not good. It's just staring till here.
Bad
That's
boy.
but it's defending. It's defending f6. So this bishop is not a bad piece. It's a very good piece.
But the
Yeah.
white x6 bishop
Huh.
is on a little shorter line than the.
But it's a more important place.
But it contains a lot of
Yeah.
squares and it also contains a square, center square. So it's
Yeah.
center square.
Yeah. Now black played. Jan Timman played bishop to g7. Trying to exchange of that bishop now because now he has developed everything. The bishop has come into the game. He plays neither shot doesn't exchange. He plays rook d7. Earlier he didn't directly go to d7 because bishop would have taken it. Now he went to d8, bishop moved. He came back to d7. He's putting pressure on f7 also now. So Jan Timman played rook f8, defending f7 even before a threat happens. And now takes. King takes back. What is the next move, guys? Yes, Ananya?
What? Am I right?
Before you decide you are right, why are you raising hand? Rayansh.
So queen to f6.
And Aryan?
Knight to
Huh.
f5.
G5.
Whatever.
Not whatever, you have to tell properly. You're not in your first class or second class. You have to look at alphabet properly and tell squares properly. Huh. So knight to G5. Knight to G5 is the biggest blunder on the chessboard right now. Who can tell me why? Abhinav, can you tell why? Yeah. Because Abhinav. Why is knight G5 a huge blunder? No? Ranak.
Checkmate.
Yeah, queen will come and take your pawn, checkmate. We have to be aware of our opponent's threats.
So then can you take back?
If the knight goes to g5, queen takes pawn is checkmate, no?
There's a bishop supporting.
Yeah, the bishop that Anya thought is bad. Because of that bishop, it is the knight cannot move.
That's what I'm telling. For
So-
us, it's bad.
Yeah,
For him,
it's not
good.
about us or them. For the bishop, is it a good place? It is a good place. So it is a good bishop for black. Now, this knight, we should not move. We have to be aware of opponent's threats. Not just threats that he makes. Threats that are possible. Only then we will be able to stop our blunders. So knight cannot move. If knight could move, it would be very nice for us, but we can't move it. Yeah, it's pinned. It is pinned. So he played rook to d4. He didn't play queen f6. Queen f6 he can play anytime he wants. He brings his rook into the game. Now he wants to play his
But
rook
then,
also.
sir,
Hmm.
if he plays queen f6,
Hmm.
the king can't take.
You need to look properly.
Oh, the
First,
point.
look properly. Before you start speaking, first have a look at the position. Na? You keep not doing that. Okay, opponent just plays rook e8. So by now, white's position is just too good. Is the rook good? Is this rook good? Is this queen good? Is knight good? Everything is active, attacking. For black, he is completely like paralyzed. This rook cannot move because then queen.
I would remember what I've already.
Okay, if this rook moves, then queen f6 check and then queen f7 is checkmate. This rook can move on this line. You can't go to this square because there's too many pieces stopping that. The bishop can move back and forth, but bishop is already in a good place. If the bishop moves, knight will be free to move. So black is completely like stuck. The queen has no squares as well. Except for this, again knight will move if the queen moves. So that means the position is completely bad for black. But how will white win this? He plays queen f6. That we will see. When you're doing something, focus on that, not the result. Focus on the process. Right now, you're looking at this position. So try to focus on that. Queen to f6 check. King went to g8. Now how do you win this? The position is great. Queen is sitting great. Yes, Andrew.
Queen to 7G.
Queen g7, king will take it, mister. There's no support. Support has to be there. No? If support is there, then it's checkmate. But there's nobody supporting it.
So
So can you see
7
4
Fs.
moves?
1 second. Yeah?
So queen to 7 Fs.
Rook will take it. There are two pieces here. You have two attackers, you have two defenders. So that'll be a blunder. So here you need somebody else to come and help the queen. Who can help? Yes.
Sir, the knight.
Knight can't move checkmate. You're falling for the same checkmate again. We have to be Ananya.
The d4 rook.
Huh. F4.
Huh.
Is this Ananya? Please be careful. Okay. You need water, Arya? No? Okay. So if you move the rook, it's a blunder. Who can find out why this is a blunder? If white moves the knight, checkmate. If white moves the rook away, why Aryan?
Circus queen.
Queen takes rook. Rook is defending this rook, so we should not make blunders like this. So our rook is defending this rook. Our knight is pinned. That we have to keep in our mind always.
So we can't move a rook. Either than knight.
But you still need somebody to help the queen to give checkmate. Yes, Vishnu.
D8. Rook to D8.
Rook to d8. There's no threat, na. I'll just make any normal move. Let's say bishop back or something. You take, I'll take. Rook d8 is okay. Aryan.
Sir, the pawn.
Which pawn?
Sir, the G pawn.
How will g pawn help in doing
Sir,
anything?
actually with that.
H pawn. You should not simply say pawns. H pawn. That's how you get help. The H pawn can now help. Everything else is in good place. Now the H pawn can help to come to H6 and then checkmate. If H5 and pawn takes, then king will be open. Then the rook will come in with checkmate. I mean, rook or queen. Queen g5 is possible.
But
So-
then the queen is gonna take the rook, sir.
When you give a check, he'll take the rook, is it?
Yeah.
You're giving check. Okay. So now black has to not allow H4. That means black should play Kashvi. How will black stop this pawn from going forward? Because if this happens, then it will be bad for black. Please be quiet, Ananya. When I'm asking one person, you have to be quiet. Please don't raise hand. Let us see properly. How can black stop this from happening? There's only one way. Pant. No, Kashvi. Yeah.
Can I say
Yeah.
G6 pawn?
G5. Can I just take it now? That's a free pawn. Okay, Pant.
G7.
Rayansh, please move back now. He cannot
G7.
see G7?
King to G5.
Huh?
G7.
King cannot go into the mouth of the queen, mister. There's a queen sitting here and you're playing King G7. 1 second. Arya.
Pawn to step forward.
Yeah. When did you become a Russian? Suddenly. Okay. Pawn. Okay. He plays H5
Pawn
with.
to step forward.
Okay. Okay. So black has to play H5, stopping the H pawn. Alright. Now what you're about to see. First listen. Calm down. Vishnu, there is no need of overreacting for everything. You're like jumping up and down. It's just a move now. It's pieces will be here only. I will ask you if you have a move.
About 10%, but it's 10%.
Yeah. So why are we getting excited for? First, control your excitement. As soon as you see something good, you're like jumping up and down. There's no need of that. Calmness. Okay. So, what you're going to see in the next few moves, there's one idea you're going to see. That's what makes this game a very famous game. We are going to see a very outrageous idea by Nigel Short.
He's going
Something.
to plunder his queen.
If you don't know anything, be quiet. What kind of nonsense are you saying? What blunder is queen? That's the most outrageous idea he's going to do here, is it?
He's gonna
If
do
you
it
don't want to know, then be quiet and listen. There is no need to say nonsense. Why would I show a game where he's blundering a queen? Then I will show one of my games, so your game, no? Why would I show Nigel Short's game if I am going to show you a queen blunder? So let's wait and see. That's what you have to do. So how do you win from this position? What can white do here? Queen is sitting there asking for help. Help came, but opponent stopped it. This rook cannot move. You will hang your other rook. Your knight still cannot move because then checkmate. So where is the help coming from? Yes, Ananya.
The G pawn.
But what will the G pawn do? If you push it, I'll just take it for free.
No, I'm saying one step, then one step, then one step.
Whether you go one step and one step or directly two steps, you will lose the pawn. How is it any different? Ranak,
Sir, we play the G pawn 2 steps.
I'll take it.
He will take, we put it forward.
This H pawn, I'll take it.
You take, and then his king is open.
But you lost 2 pawns. Your king is also. By the way, when you play G4, you lose your knight. Queen takes knight. So you cannot touch your G pawn also. You can't move your knight because checkmate. You can't move the G
Sir,
pawn
C pawn?
because how is it going to help? C pawn, I'll just
It's
take
like
it. for free.
somewhere and the queen somewhere there.
Yeah. Your play is here, na? Center and here. That's where your attack is. Your pieces are active there.
Like the pawn is in Mexico, and then the queen.
Yeah, got it, Ananya. So anyway, the C pawn cannot do anything here because it's just a free pawn. So almost everybody in this world will not find the next move that Nigel Short played. Only Nigel Short could find such a move. He plays.
What if you could?
I'm like magician.
Anybody can find that move.
Yeah, anybody can play a move, but the idea that you will see, that you will understand if you listen patiently and quietly. So, silence please. Silence please. So, king to h2 was played. Opponent cannot do anything here. He just makes a waiting move. He plays rook to c8. And now Nigel Short plays king to g3. Do you see what he's trying to do?
Yes.
What's he trying to do?
He's trying to bring the king for him.
Yeah, the king is going to come and help. So now rook went back.
The most embarrassing idea ever.
This is what we call a king walk. And now opponent attacked the rook.
Embarrassing.
Silence please. Ananya, please sit down. There are people behind you.
The walk
Bishop came to c8, attacking the rook. Can you find the next move that Nigel Short played? Arya?
Continued his kings.
So your rook is hanging, no problem.
Yeah.
Exactly, king g5. The rook doesn't matter. You need king here and checkmate. Right?
I don't catch. Let's
So here the opponent resigned. Jan Timman resigned because in 2 moves it's going to be checkmate and there's nothing black can do to stop
So
it.
let it be a checkmate.
Ananya, please be quiet. If you have anything relevant to say, speak. Otherwise, be quiet and let others listen. I don't want this to keep repeating. If you don't want to say anything or don't want to listen, fine. Let others listen, no? You're doing the same thing every class. I don't want this ever again. If you have anything relevant, then speak. Otherwise, don't speak at all.
So I think
Vishnu,
I'm
please
busy.
sit down.
I think I'm busy,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
oh wait.
You mean king
King
move?
to h7, yes.
If you move king, then rook takes pawn. Rook takes, queen takes, and anyway king will get in. So king h7 is a try. Actually, king h7 there's a much better move than rook takes pawn. There's an even better move. Who can find it?
No. Queen takes
Vishnu,
pawn.
please sit down. Queen takes which pawn?
No, knight, no. Sir.
Vishnu first decide, then speak. Ranak?
But that's not the move.
Then why are you raising hand without deciding? First decide. Do you see people like Aryan or Rayan's raising hand every time in 5 seconds? They're thinking. You need to also start thinking. You are like raising hand in 5 seconds and then thinking properly. First think properly, then decide. Then raise hand. What move is better than rook takes pawn? What can white do here? Yes, Ananya.
Rook f4.
Rook f4, you're blundering your rook again. Queen takes rook.
Then checkmate will happen.
Where is checkmate? Then queen is also defending this. If the queen takes the rook, queen will also be defending this. So rook f7 is one way to win. If rook takes, queen takes, check, king moves, and then king can take. That's winning. So the easiest way to win this is rook takes pawn. Rook has to take, queen has to take, and then king moves, and then the same thing, king h6. And you're giving checkmate. He can't stop it, right? So another way is,
But sir, I just want to try something if it works. Can you
Okay.
make it to the position where it was?
1 second.
So you get
King
the
was
wrong
here.
color.
Sir, when I said the move, like just continue pushing.
So no, stalemate. It's actually stalemate.
When there are 10 pieces on the board, how will stalemate happen, Mr.?
Right, sir?
What is the meaning of stalemate, Vishnu? First, both of you please sit down.
Oh, okay.
What is the meaning of stalemate?
The king can't move.
That is stalemate. Right? If king cannot move, it's
So when,
stalemate.
sir, you were saying
Vishnu, what is a stalemate?
stalemate is where king cannot move anywhere.
Is he right? Is Vishnu right? Vishnu saying if king cannot move, it's stalemate.
No, and there's no other piece.
So then why are you saying king can't move? If there is no move for the player, it's stalemate.
But they can't check. They can't check the itself. Yeah, you said rook captures pawn. You said rook captures pawn.
When king is here, rook takes pawn, yeah.
Pawn. And then you said the rook captures rook.
Queen takes back check.
Yeah. And then now
King went
goes
back
up.
and king h6.
That's actually not checkmate, sir.
Who's saying it's checkmate? When the queen goes, then it will be checkmate. It won't become checkmate just by queen staying here. You have to give checkmate. Checkmate has to happen. You have to make the move. You said it was stalemate. Stalemate is a different thing.
What is the other way to do it?
Yeah, the other way to win this is queen takes pawn. Faster.
Pawn takes queen.
Can the pawn take the queen in India?
No, it can't.
Pawn is pinned. It's pinned. We have to first look. Pawn can't
Let me
move.
check.
Yeah, and now king moves and then king can get in and checkmate. So this is also winning. I mean, you will have to give a check again and then bring the king, but that's winning. So there are many ways to win
No, sir,
after
can you
king
put
is
it to where the bishop was still behind the queen?
Bishop was
Bishop
behind.
was behind the queen.
What bishop behind the queen? Oh, this.
Yeah, and the rook was at
King
C8.
was here.
So no, the black rook was at C8.
Then the king was on h2.
Okay,
Hmm.
he moved it there.
Then king went to G3.
Yeah.
Then rook went
black
to
would
E8.
have actually moved. No, keep the rook there.
Hmm.
Black would have moved it to D8.
Then it's a free rook. Rook takes rook.
Oh, then one step before that.
There are 3 pieces stopping rook d8.
No, e8 now.
He was there only.
No,
No?
the other rook to e8.
How does it make it? If you move this rook, then it's checkmate here. Queen takes f7. King moves, queen is
And now
checkmate.
the king moves another step, right?
Why would the king move another step when this rook moves will give checkmate here, na? Why would we still play? I want to move my king. I will only move my king. If opponent play something else, you do what is easier for you, na? Which is this checkmate. It's not like you have to move the king and then give checkmate. So if he defends this, then we can't take. Then the king moved up. He moved to the square. King went here, and then bishop c8, and then king g7, and here he resigned
If
because
the
no
queen
defense.
wasn't there,
Hmm.
then the king would have done a king work.
Which king?
Black king.
How, you mean here? The whole thing is because the white queen is active, that's why this is possible. You can't do king works when the position is open. Yeah?
Sir.
Here it's possible because black is not able to do anything. Black is almost like in Suksman. He can't do anything, he can't do anything
No, the
useful.
main movement is just pawn to h3.
Pawn to h3?
Yes.
A lot of moves are important here.
Proof